these newer bikes inspire confidence. 100%. It would be so cool to learn on those bikes. So, I mean, should we get into which of the mountain bike tech has been the most impactful from when we started to riding bikes?
I know what my answer is.
I would say geometry is the main one. The fact that you can sit in these bikes now instead of on top of the bikes. Like when you sit in a modern geometry bike, it gives you so much more confidence and it's slacker. So if you're doing tech, it's especially the steep stuff. What was really interesting, actually, we haven't talked about it, is that I ended up doing that no joke line also for the first time on that bike. And one of the concerns that you had about a new bike was that it would be too long to do this old school tech. And your bike is not, any bike you get it's going to be anywhere near as long as the bike that I have, because I'm riding an extra large. It's an S5 in the Specialized world, but I have this thing slacked out as much as possible. It's a super long wheelbase. And I got up on that thing and I made the turn. So I don't know what else is going to be there. I mean, maybe we'll try no joke alt, but there's not much else in there that's like tighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought that was really telling. And I was just like, all right, well, Sage, like any modern trail bike you get is not going to be anywhere near as long as this bike. And this bike just
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Without an endo turn,
Yeah.
So
I got a piece of tech, and I know you're gonna agree with me. And as soon as I say it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, this beats geometry.
Dropper
the
post.
Dropper. Yep.
Yeah.
Jinx. Yeah. Yeah. That changed my life. And I use my dropper that I wear out that thumb shifter. I used to drop her so much. I drop it for everything. I drop it for climbs. I drop it for jump. You name it, I drop it. Like, it's unbelievable. That thing changed the whole perspective of how you mountain bike, and to me, it was because of the dropper that a lot of these other changes happened, and then there are so many like smaller changes, but your Geo's huge. But I would argue that dropper kind of inspired that, because once you dropped your seat, you kind of got into your bike. You were no longer sitting on top of it. You got into it. And once people realized, hey, this is kind of a nice position, they started changing that Geo.
Yeah. We get a frame builder on that, was building bikes in 2015, 2016. That would be cool to be. I mean, I don't know any frame builders, but that would be cool to just be like, when did it start to click that if you change this angle on the head tube and this angle on the seat tube, that you could kind of like offset those things and it just get everybody inside of these bikes. It's such a crazy feeling when you sit on an old geometry bike. When we sit on our single speeds and you're like on top of that bike, or if you just get on a beach cruiser, if you get on like a hybrid bike or something like that, and in the bike shop, you'll be like, wow, I feel like so tall on this thing. And then you get on your mountain bike and you're sitting inside of it. I mean, it's just awesome. But the dropper post is, I agree, that was a huge one. And modern dropper posts are awesome. But they didn't start that way.
No, they
and
didn't.
We had the old ones, man. We had the old ones. I had one called the gravity dropper that had like an accordion rubber piece on the outside of it. And it was all mechanical. So it would only go up. It would go up or down based on holes in it. So like the pins would catch, and you'd have to like kind of line up the hole that you wanted it, or the whole thing. And it was just really kind of a piece of garbage, but it was the best at the time. Yeah. And that rubber sleeve, the condom on the that's what Rich used to call it. My bike had a condom. Kept the dirt out, because if any dirt got in it stopped working. And I had two of those things. I think I had one on the fat bike. I think I had one on my then geared hardtail. And then so I was the first one to get the dropper, and then I convinced you. And then we got the X Fusion. Is that what it was? On
I
our
had the
hardtails?
I don't think I had the
What was
X
that
Fusion.
brand?
I got the it was X Fusion. I think my first one was a Specialized. I forgot the name of it, but that thing, holy moly, it was like spring
Command
loaded,
post.
and it would. Thank you. That thing would just impale you. It would come up so fast. You'd hit the button, and I mean, if you, as a dude, you know, if that thing hit you in the wrong spot, you were out for a while. I mean, it was yeah, they've come a long way.
It's an ejector seat.
They've come a long way. Yeah, it's an ejector seat.
Go gadget ejector seat. Oh no. Yeah.